Hey everyone, I'm Thomas,
I'm Sohyun,
and welcome back to Three Shots of Espresso.
except today it's gonna be two shots because,
Alicia isn't here.
yeah, she's busy doing other things. And also, um, the topic we're talking about today, I don't think she would have that much like input, so
True, yeah, for
it's
sure.
fine. But anyway, the topic we're talking about today is anime.
Hmm.
Oh, it's exciting.
Of
Um,
course.
yeah,
Hmm.
I'm known by my friends, but as the weeb. So I've watched my fair share of anime. I have, I think, like over 600 or 700 animes watched on my anime list.
Wow, can we not brag, please?
I'm just saying, like I've watched a ton, but
Okay.
but yeah. So let's start off with our first animes. Do you remember what your first anime was, Thomas?
To to be honest, I had to think a lot about this, but I don't know if I remember exactly what it was.
I mean, you can just kind of guess. It doesn't have to be like the very first one. It can be the one that you remember watching a lot as a
Yeah,
kid. Yeah.
the only one I remember really watching, like the very first kind of memories in my head was Card Captors.
Oh, Cardcaptor?
That's the
Yeah.
only I mean, beside I think I feel everyone watched Sailor Moon, but did anyone really watch Sailor Moon?
Yeah, I watched Sailor Moon. We talk
I
about.
mean, I watched it, I guess, but the one I really watched was Cardcaptors. So I would say that was my first.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I definitely watched Cardcaptor Sakura way more than Sailor Moon.
Uh-huh, mhm.
Okay. Mine was is this anime called Princess no, what is it? Wedding Peach. That's what it was called. It's honestly not a great anime. I remember it because well, I asked my mom like a while back, like what, because I remember the certain character that I used to really like, but I just remembered how she looked like, and I didn't remember what anime she was from. So I asked my mom, and like, I don't know, I like managed to find it.
Oh,
Do you not?
okay. No, I don't. But from you saying that, I think I remember what my first anime was.
Oh yeah,
Doraemon.
Doraemon.
Yeah, I remember watching that back in the day. We used to have like this VCR,
Okay,
whoever fucking knows what that is.
ancient technology.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it was like a Cantonese version.
Oh well, I mean,
Yeah.
you are Chinese after all, so
Yeah, true. And so
understandable.
I'm pretty sure that was my parents bought that. So
Okay,
I remember that for sure.
was it bootleg?
I mean, it probably was,
Yeah,
but
uh,
his Chinese name was like Ding Dong.
that's so
That's all
funny.
I know.
Yeah, Doraemon, huh? I know what Doraemon is. I've never watched it myself. It's a blue
He's
guy,
just like
right?
a yeah, I don't know if is he a cat or is he a bear?
You know, that's a good question. I think he has whiskers. Maybe he's like a mix or something.
Probably.
Probably, I
Yeah.
don't know. But yeah,
But first animes aren't really, things you really remember. I mean, Cardcaptors, of course, I think both of us rewatched it.
oh,
So,
definitely.
of course, like that's such a classic.
Dude, the amount of times I rewatched the second movie, it's so good.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah, cause like I just remember that one scene where okay, well, spoilers, but also not spoilers because it's been out for a while. So what the fuck are you
Yeah.
doing?
Mhm.
Um, but like when like at the very end where Sakura jumps into Lee's, sorry, I can't say his like actual name, Shoran or Shaoran,
Okay.
whatever. She jumps into his arms, and it's like slow mo. I thought it was so cute, and their outfits are so cute too. Fucking Tomoyo,
But they're
like
like middle schoolers.
yeah, they're middle
Or I
schoolers, but
swear they're
like
elementary school.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They're elementary school, and then the new card captors, clear card is them in middle school. So like,
Hmm.
yeah, right? Yeah, yeah,
I don't know.
they're in elementary school. Do you
Interesting.
remember? Do you remember how there's that one girl, um, that Sakura was friends with, and she had a crush on the teacher?
No.
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 Yeah, she had a crush on the teacher, and then
Where the girl had a crush on the teacher?
yes, like she's like a fucking elementary school girl, and she had a crush on the teacher, and it doesn't show in the anime because anime tends to censor like a lot of things.
Okay,
But they actually ended up together in the end.
interesting. But when they
And
were of age, of
no,
course. Let's
no.
make this PG. We're trying to make this PG.
Okay. Okay, well, sure, maybe unknown
Yeah,
if they're of age or not, but um that
totally.
was a thing. Also,
Mhm.
low key, speaking of censorship, how they made Toya and what's his name? Julian, I guess is
Oh.
his English name, as just friends, like really close
Oh,
friends.
yeah, I remember reading that a couple, weeks or months ago.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, yeah, I forgot about that."
I mean,
But
they're
they were
totally gay.
mhm,
But like as a kid, you're like, "Oh, okay. They're just
best friends.
yeah, they're just really good friends, Friends do stuff for each other."
Mhm.
Same thing with like you remember Sailor Moon, like Sailor Uranus and Neptune? They're just cousins, man. They're just
Oh,
cousins.
true, true.
They hold hands all the time. It's just a cousin thing. You wouldn't get it.
That's true.
But yeah, okay. Let's move on
But
from that
can we
oh
move on to, like, why
yeah.
we
Yeah.
even like anime in the first place?
Sure, yeah.
You can go
Um
first.
oh, me? I didn't
Mhm.
really have a reason for this.
S
Um
Okay.
why I like anime in the first place? Yeah, I don't know. I made a lot of friends through anime.
Mhm.
I don't know about elementary school, but in middle school particularly, I made a really good friend um, through this one anime. Like we both really liked Mermaid Melody Pitchy Pitchy Pitch. That's the actual name.
Okay.
Yeah, we really liked it, and we were like good friends, and we watched a lot of anime together. I don't know, I just it brings people together, and I enjoy it a lot.
Oh.
More than regular shows, like with real people, I would say.
Mm.
Just because animation just has a certain quality to it. It's different from real people.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
also the fact that it's Japanese too. Japanese people's voices are a lot different than Western voices. So they have like a lot more range, and I like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sub only. Just kidding.
I
I watch it sometimes.
Wow, I think the reason why I like anime so much is that they can do things, obviously, that real live actors or, CGI or whatever,
Yeah.
they just can't compare, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, my favorite, I guess, type of anime is kind of like ones with superpowers or supernatural, and there's no way
Ah,
a
yeah.
real life show is gonna be able to do that, or, like, just the concepts animes can or people that create animes can come up with is crazy. Like,
That's
there's
true.
no such thing in, like, Western shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just can't compare, like, I just don't know how to describe it. And just even through, like, animation and effects and stuff, they're able to just portray certain things so much better.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that.
Yeah, that's basically the only reasons why I like anime.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good reason. It's like a
Mhm.
huge difference.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, anime is amazing.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Should we talk about our top animes or what we're watching right now?
Okay, let's talk about our top animes. I think that's a good one now.
Top animes? Sure.
Yep.
You can start.
Or do you wanna do, like, 1, 2, 1, 2?
Yeah.
Or, like okay, so I guess my top anime, like, I think I rewatched this so many times, but I think you might know it once I say it,
Hmm.
but compulsive gambling.
Oh, Kakegurui.
Yes, it's
It's so
such a
good.
good anime. I don't know why, but it's just so good. Like, it's just hard to describe everything about it. Oh god.
You should describe it a little bit.
How do you it's just about it's basically a high school, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where all these students are not ranked based on grades or athletic ability, but they're ranked based on their ability to gamble, which is
Yeah.
totally strange, but it's just so interesting. And like I don't know if there's spoilers or not, but, the right now president, like, overtook the old president, like, that's basically how you go on top. You gamble against each other
Yeah.
to get to the top, basically. And there's this one girl, oh god, I don't remember her name,
Um.
but I don't think it matters. But, like, the
Yeah.
main girl basically isn't brand new to this school.
Mhm.
She's loaded. So she doesn't even, like, care if she loses or wins. She can bet millions, billions. I don't know where she gets this money from, but she just has tons of money. But she just finds the thrill of gambling so satisfying, she doesn't care, like, if
Yeah.
she wins or loses, which is insane. So that just makes it so interesting.
It's true. Like the face she makes when she's gambling, like when she's really enjoying herself.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
borderline, like very like lewd, but at the same time, like you like really get into
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
And, like, the type of, games they play to gamble are just
They're really
so
different.
insane. Yeah,
Cause
they're, like,
yeah,
different, and some of the odds are like, how did they even come up with this game, and how are they even gambling, like, this way when
I
the odds
know.
are, like, stacked against them? It's crazy, but
It's
it's
yeah.
such a good watch.
It is a good one.
Yeah, so that's in my top 1, like, I have to say.
Top one? Wow, that's
Yep.
like a pretty
Mhm.
pretty recent one.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say like Yotsuba or like did Yotsuba even get an anime actually?
Nope, it's only manga.
Okay, the manga is good.
Yeah, it is.
Um, or like I thought you would say like a funny one, like the daily life of high school boys,
That
or
could
like
be can you not go on can you not move on, you know? Like,
oh,
'cause that could be my next ones.
sorry.
Is
Okay,
it?
okay. I'll do one of mine. Okay.
Okay.
Um, one of my favorites is like the Fate series. So like there's like Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night, but like in particular, I really like Fate Zero. It's like the prequel to Fate Stay Night. Obviously, it's like where you it's like the first one you watch when you're trying to get into Fate. But yeah, I
Mhm.
really like Fate because it's basically so there are seven masters, and then you basically summon a servant to help you win this thing called the Holy Grail,
Mhm.
and it grants you any wish, right?
Right.
Yeah, so then they'll go to any lengths to win the Grail. You have to kill like the masters and the servants or whatever.
Mhm.
It's like a fantasy kind of anime, and like the servants are all based off real life um like legends. Like Saber is for both of them, Saber is Artoria, which is like King Arthur.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's their real life names are like hidden until like the very end. So sorry, it was a spoiler, but not really a spoiler. Um yeah, it's a real it's like a roller coaster just cuz there's so many different types of characters that you get attached to. And it's not really an anime you
Mhm.
should get attached to, like the characters wise, because they all die. It's kind of like Game of Thrones, I guess, except
Okay.
I've never watched Game of Thrones.
Or, like, what is that show Katniss Everdeen?
Hunger
Hunger
Games, yeah,
Games? I think it was like
yeah.
that. It's basically like
All your yeah, basically like that. It's like um battle royale.
but you can't eat berries and make out with the guy and then you both
No,
survive, you
you
know,
just
or
all of
whatever.
them
Eh,
die. Yeah, and
yeah,
you have to like sometimes like they
exactly.
become friends, but they have to kill each other. It's like really sad. A lot of my favorite characters died, which is
Mhm.
sad, but I don't know. I
Wow.
really like tragedy in animes. For some reason, I love
Hmm.
knowing that my favorite character is gonna die.
That's so strange.
that's why that's why I really like Karu from Evangelion. He only appears in one episode. I don't think you watch Evangelion.
No.
He only appears for one episode and he dies, but like I love him. Like
Interesting.
he's a dead boy. But yeah.
Mm.
Um whoops. But yeah, I like Fate Zero. I think I described it really bad compared to you. It's just an anime that you kind of have to watch.
Mhm.
It starts off pretty slow though. because it builds, you know, and then it starts to
Right.
get interesting. Um, but yeah, that's
But I think that happens with, like, a lot like, even regular shows, not saying anime isn't regular, but, like, some shows you just have to watch multiple episodes to get into.
no, that's true. Yeah, some
So,
shows just don't get you like right off the bat, which is
yeah.
fine, you know. You just need to watch like a couple of episodes to like really get into it.
Mhm.
But yeah, what's your second favorite?
So I guess this one's not gonna be a surprise for you, but
Sorry.
Disastrous Life of Psyche K.
Oh, Psyche P. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Psyche is it Psyche P?
Psyche P, right? P
Is it Psyche P or Psyche
P
K? What's Psyche
Psyche
K
K?
from?
Oh
Oh,
wait,
that's like
no.
another guy.
Wait.
Psyche P?
Psyche
Okay, we
K?
don't
I
do we
think it's
even
Psyche
watch
K.
anime? I don't know. Do we
I
watch
don't know.
anime?
It doesn't matter. His name is Psyche.
True.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, but that's such a good anime. Like, it's just so funny. Like, all the characters, some of them are, you have your typical annoying character, but it's such a good show. Like, I just couldn't stop watching. I rewatched this one too, like, multiple times.
Yeah.
It's just
It's so
it's just
funny.
it's so funny, like, I can't even describe it. It's basically about this guy, he has psychic powers,
Mhm.
and no one knows he has these psychic powers. Basically, he's mind controlling everyone to think he has pink hair, but he's mind controlling everyone in a way where other people view people with, like, multiple colored hairs. So
Mhm.
it's kind of not strange to see him have pink hair. So, yeah, I don't it's just a good really good everyone just have you just have to watch it, like, it's just so funny.
It is really funny, yeah.
It's a really easy watch, like, first episode, you'll be hooked already, like, this is one of those where it's just that good.
It's just because it's like fast paced, so like it really gets to the point.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you just like laugh within the first couple of minutes. Like,
Yeah. And is there really a plot to this anime? I don't know, it's basically about him trying to save the world. Oh, right. It's because the world was gonna end, and then he was basically trying to save the world. And I think he talked about parallel worlds or parallel universes, and he's trying different things to make sure the outcome wasn't the same or something like that.
yeah, I think so. I don't really remember. I have
But
bad
yeah, he
memory.
was also trying to make sure no one ever found out that he was actually a psychic.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's just like there's a lot of like twists and turns that is just so good. Like it's such a good anime.
Yeah, it's a pretty good anime.
Yeah. There's nothing much else to it. It's just so good. You just have to watch it.
Yeah, it's like a nice and simple like no, not really simple, but like I don't know, it's just really funny. I remember
Mhm.
laughing a lot when I was watching it, and I don't
Yep.
really laugh a lot like alone.
Oh god, me either. I never laugh. I'm pretty sure I don't
Oh,
laugh.
you don't laugh?
Yeah.
No, no, like even to
No, like this
Psyche?
show I laugh, but like I mean, I'm talking about like in real life. Do you ever see me laugh?
I guess not.
Exactly. And this show made me laugh like crazy. It's just that good. So your second one now.
My second one?
Mhm.
You know, I just realized all of my favorite animes are like ones that are really hard to describe.
We'll try your best.
Okay. Um so I like this series called Monogatari. It's basically called Monogatari series.
Oh.
So it starts off with Bake Monogatari and then it's like Nisei Monogatari and like blah 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 like all these gatari, you know.
Mhm.
They're like different seasons. It's basically a show about this guy. His name is Araragi, and he encounters all these girls with different like weird things about them. Like they're all supernatural. So like his girlfriend, Senjo Kahara, she basically weighs nothing. Like she doesn't weigh anything because she traded her weight um to a crab so she can fix her family problems.
Goals.
Of it's like really weird. It's a very weird anime, and it's understandable that not a lot of people like it, but the people that do like it, are like obsessed with it.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, it's just like a bunch of weird things. It's also a harem. Um,
Oh.
I'm not usually like a huge fan of harems, although I do watch my fair share of harems, not gonna lie.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, it's a harem and all the girls are top tier. Like I don't really I mean, the main guy is like fine or whatever, but like the girls are where it's at.
Mhm.
Yeah, and also all the openings and endings are like bangers. Like I want to sing the one song at karaoke, but they didn't
Mm.
have it. They don't have anime songs. I'm so disappointed.
Yeah, well, no one likes that.
Yeah. Did I describe it well enough? It's just supernatural things happening. They're like different arcs about different
Yeah,
girls
it's basically
and
a harem, and that's all we need to know.
yep, it's a harem.
That's
I like
that's
harems.
basically it.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, so
Do you
my
have a third one?
yeah, of course. My last one, God, this is not a
Okay.
surprise because someone already mentioned it.
I'm sorry.
But The Daily Life of High School Boys.
Okay.
It's I found it pretty funny. Like I watched this pretty long ago. I think in university was when I watched it. But
Right. I
it
remember you talking about
yeah,
it.
but it was like a really easy watch and it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
I it's just basically a story about these three high school boys. And it's just their adventure, shenanigans kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's yeah, there's not much to this one. It's just really funny.
But sometimes you want to watch enemies like that, right?
Yeah,
The one that's you
brainless.
yeah, but just brainless enemy, just like kind of
Exactly.
like laugh along.
Yeah,
Yeah. Understandable.
yeah.
Um I haven't watched that. I know. Okay, you've been telling me to watch it.
Yep.
My brother's been telling me to watch it.
Mhm.
I really need to get on
Yeah,
it,
you
okay?
do.
I know. But the one scene I remember from it is the one where they're trying on the sister's clothes and then she walks in on them
Oh, yeah.
and then they like freeze.
Yeah,
I just remember that. It's so funny.
I remember that.
Yeah. Okay, I guess I have to do my third one.
Mhm.
Um it's one I can describe easily. I like Detective Conan.
Okay.
I haven't watched all of it, but I have watched. Okay, well, no, actually, I haven't watched all the movies because two new ones have come out since I stopped watching. But it's just okay. I like Detective Conan. It's just there's so many episodes. Okay, there's like 800 plus. I
That's
can't do it. The
crazy.
longest, yeah, the longest anime I've ever watched was probably Inuyasha, and
Wow.
that's not very long.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. It's basically the same thing every time. So there's a crime, he solves it. Um, his Rand's dad takes credit, which is like the detective, like because he's a kid. So basically, what happened to him? What happened to Shinichi, which is like the main guy? He was like this really popular high school detective,
Mhm.
but he has a run-in with these evil guys from the black organization,
Mhm.
and they basically drug him with this like drug that they made that makes him it's supposed to kill him, but it actually makes him into a little child. So he's like a 17-year-old boy or 16, 17-year-old boy in like a elementary schooler's body. So he becomes Conan because his childhood friend Ron finds him in his house and he has to lie, right? And he basically looks at his dad's library
Mhm.
and he sees the name Edogawa, which is I think the name of like an author, and Conan, like Conan Doyle, like the mystery writer,
Mhm.
and he combines them so he becomes Edogawa Conan. That's his like fake name or whatever. And then he basically follows Ran, which is his childhood friend's like dad around and solves mysteries and stuff. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's like all it's like the same thing, the same formulaic thing. It's basically like Pokemon, like they're like off to do something and then Team Rocket comes and then Ash defeats Team
Oh,
Rocket. Like it's the same thing over and over.
boo.
But I don't know. I like it. Also, the main theme pretty catchy, okay?
Hmm,
Anyway, yeah, that's my third favorite anime.
true. But we
Yeah.
have to now, like, talk about what we're currently watching.
Okay.
Yeah, like, I guess the first one I'm gonna talk like, I just recently finished this one, so I'm gonna talk about this one, but it was
Okay.
on Netflix, Revisions. Have you ever heard of that one?
No, you told me about it, right?
Yeah, I think I told you about this
Starbucks.
one.
Yeah.
Maybe I think I told you about it, but it's it's basically about um again, the world ending or something like that. I don't even remember. It was there's just so much to animes that it's just so hard to get the full story, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But the main character has hero complex.
Oh
So
god.
it's one of those. So
I don't like
yeah, I know, I hate it. So he's like, "Oh my god, like I'm the main character. I have to try to save everyone. Like my friends are counting on me. The world count is depending on me. Like I need to save everyone." So he's like that type and that pisses me off so
oh,
much.
yeah.
But it was basically about um in the past there was
Mhm.
this girl is a part of this organization that time travels, but she's in the
Okay.
future and and this group of people is that what's that word I'm looking for? It's basically they're needed for the survival of the human race, basically. So um she tells this group of kids, she actually tells them all different things, but they all hear different things. But she tells the main character that like you need to protect everyone. Like
Mhm.
this whole thing depends on you, something like that. And he like remembered that throughout his whole life and his whole life growing up all the way to high school. He's been training. He was like, this girl once told me when I was 6 years old that like the whole world's gonna depend on me one day and I need to save everyone. So was in that
Okay.
he was in that complex from 6 years old to when he was in high school. So this whole time he's been training, he's been working out basically just
Jesus.
for this one moment. And in that
Yeah.
one moment, he was just like he got a text message. It was like, "It's gonna happen tomorrow." And he was that hero complex. He was
Whoa.
just like, "It's coming. Like this is my time to shine. Oh my god." And then everyone, like all his friends were like, "What the hell? You're like crazy. You're like dumb as hell. Like you need to stop thinking about this because it's never gonna
Yeah.
happen." And then all of a sudden, like all the tables and everyone flies, like has that like brief moment of like flying, and then everything
Mhm.
drops down. And he was like, "What the hell was?" Like everyone was like, "What the hell was that?" But he knew like this was the moment for him. And then it turns out like there's these weird, crazy robots that start
Mhm.
attacking, and then randomly the girl from the future comes and she at this moment, she doesn't actually know who this guy is.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so, like, there's this whole strange time warp jump leap, like, there's a play on
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
basically. She was like, "I
Mhm.
don't know who you are," but he was just like, "You know me, like, you were the one who told me that I was gonna save the world." So then um, like, pilots this sort of mech thing,
Yeah.
and, like, they fight the monsters. That's basically what this is. And I kind of found that interesting. I'm not the biggest fan of, like, mech animes, hero
Right.
complex animes for sure, I just kinda found it interesting, and it was dubbed on Netflix, so I'm just like, "You know what? I'm gonna watch it." Would I say it's good? No.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you saying like you were watching this one anime and you gave me that like similar like synopsis and you're like, "Yeah, it's not I don't think I like mech anime."
Yeah.
I was like, "Hmm."
Yeah, but basically oh, wait, I think the whole thing was because I think it was Tokyo or Shinjuku or something, like, well, this
Yeah.
whole area, like, this whole circle area got
Mhm.
transported to
Oh,
the future. So
the whole area?
yeah, so it's only like this big, huge circular area. They got transported to the future. It's because like they visioned time as like like swirls and like w- I don't even know how to describe it, like strains. Basically a ball of yarn. That's what they
Okay.
visioned time as. And obviously the yarn will touch another piece of yarn at
Of
certain
course.
intersections. So that's
Yeah.
where that intersection where they got warped into the future was. So they had that brief moment of
Oh,
time to do whatever they needed to do to make sure that they would be able to go back to their timeline. So that's
interesting.
kind of what it was. So I kind of found that interesting, so which is why I kept on watching it. Yeah,
Okay.
so that was one, that I kept watching.
Hmm.
I have
Mech
one more, but
anime.
you can talk about whatever you're watching right now.
Oh, okay. Um I'm rewatching Fate Stay Night, but I won't talk about that.
Wow.
No, it's because I was rewatching Code Geass,
Oh, okay.
um, because I was preparing for this Grand Blue Fantasy event, which is a mobile game that I play. Um, and I just like wanted to get back into it to kind of refresh my memory of the plot or whatever. Very good anime. I don't think Thomas would like it, but
Probably not.
yeah. Yeah. But other than rewatching, I'm watching this anime called Blend S. It's I think last season or last season. I don't know. I want to say no. You probably haven't seen the meme. It's like smile, sweet, sadistic, something something.
No,
No,
never
okay.
seen that.
You don't follow anime people. That's why
Yeah, I
um I
don't.
I follow a lot of anime people. That's why I get anime memes all the time. Um, yeah, it's called Blend S. It's about this girl. Her name is Micah, and she has like this issue where like when she smiles, it looks like she's like really sadistic.
Mhm.
Um, like she can't give like a genuine smile. It like scares people, and it scares animals too. Like she tries to like, like pet a cat and like runs away from her.
Mhm.
And yeah, and she has this encounter with this one a dude who's like blonde. He's like a foreigner.
Okay.
Um and then he's just like, "Oh my gosh, like you have to join our cafe." And then she's looking for a job basically, but she keeps getting turned down because her smile is so creepy.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, basically she joins this cafe cuz he thinks like she's perfect for it. So the cafe is basically for like otaku, I guess, or like weebs that um like certain traits, like like the tsundere or like the
Um,
yandere, like the sweet little sister type, like
okay.
those things.
Yeah.
So they're all playing a character. They're not actually like that. Like for example, like the little sister character, she's like the oldest,
Oh, okay.
but she looks young. She looks like a lolly.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, so she basically plays the main character. She plays like a sadistic type. So
Right.
because it works out for her because she tries to be like nice, but then she accidentally says it in like a weird way that's like super mean, like go seat yourselves and make sure you're not a nuisance to everyone else. And then they're like, oh, they like it, because they're into that.
Right.
It's basically like a comedy slice of life thing. Like the anime is basically about their like usual day to day and like their shenanigans and stuff like that together.
Mm.
Um, yeah, it's one of them ones I'm watching right now.
Okay.
That's it's pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't say it's amazing, but it's
Right.
just something I'm watching.
It
Yeah,
can all be amazing.
yeah, that's true.
But I also want to talk about another one I'm watching right now that I haven't
Okay.
finished. It's
Mm-hmm.
called Ingress. I think
Oh
that's what
yeah.
I told you about. I know for
Yes.
sure, but this one,
Yes.
I I mean, it's pretty interesting. It's about people and they have certain powers and they have certain abilities.
Mm-hmm.
But even before that, like this world is kind of divided into two factions, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And they're trying to fight over like who is actually right. Because
Mm-hmm.
one feels that like the power's all natural, blah blah blah. We need to like learn how to live with it and something kind of like that. And the other one
Yeah.
is like, oh, we need to control kind of who uses it and that kind of thing. To be honest, I don't know
Right.
if even that's right or whatever. But then after it turns out like there's this third group of people that are just trying to take over everything. Of course, as there always is.
Take over with the powers.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
But it's
Huh.
it kind of revolves about this one girl because this one girl's power is that she
Mm-hmm.
sees the unseen, which is
Ah,
kind of
yeah, yeah.
strange to kind of conceptualize. But she sees
Hmm.
things that other people don't see.
Okay.
And I guess she's the main character. Like people are trying to oh the one of the people are trying to kidnap her because she
Mm-hmm.
has something they need as someone gets kidnapped always, has. They always have
Mm-hmm.
someone needs. But then after there's this one guy, to be honest, I don't know how he's involved, but he gets, like, these text messages, like, "You need to save this girl." So, that's the reason why he's ever saving her, to be honest. That's the only reason why he's saving her, because he got
That
text
reminds me
messages.
of, yeah.
Yeah, but this guy's power is that he can read the memories
Mhm.
of inanimate objects.
That reminds me of something.
Yeah, so, like, if an object is there at the moment, he can touch it
Mhm.
and he can see what, I guess, that object saw in those moments.
That's so cool.
Yeah, which is like, I that's why I love, like, fantasy or kind of, like, these types of animes because there's no way this can ever exist, even though it would be cool if it
Yeah.
ever existed in real life, but it doesn't, and, like, you can just, you know, drift in these magical worlds, but it also
That'll
revolves about this other guy, and
okay.
his ability is kind of I think he, like, slows down time to a sense where, like, he can I think he predicts the movement of things. So, like, if he sees people holding guns and they're shooting, like, he can predict where the bullets are and he'll be able to dodge them, that kind of thing.
Like the
And yeah,
Matrix?
basically, but he can predict more than that. I don't know with the Matrix, to be
Oh.
honest. I think he can just predict the outcome of stuff.
He can see all. Yeah.
Yeah, almost. So,
He's like a
basically
god.
yeah. So, his friend, I guess, which saved his life, was like, "We need to protect this girl because this girl is key to everything." Like, so that's why
Mhm.
he's on this journey to protect this girl, and he teams up with a guy that can touch and read memories of inanimate objects, and they just,
Mm.
team up to save her. Because spoiler, she got captured.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I'm still watching that.
Okay.
Mhm. Are you watching anything
Uh,
else?
I was watching one, um, and then I forgot to watch more of it.
Mhm.
It's Diamond No Ace. It's a baseball anime.
Wow. Of course, you and your sports animes.
There was a time when I really liked sports animes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I mean, I had a Twitter dedicated to just
Oh,
sports
yeah.
anime.
I remember.
Yeah. Yeah, I was really into sports animes. But now I'm just kind of watching just because I miss my boys. Um, yeah, it's basically, I mean, all the sports animes are pretty similar.
Of course.
Uh, the one that I'm watching now, Diamond No Ace, they want to go to what's it called?
The championship or whatever.
Yeah, there's like a specific name for it, but can't remember from the top of my head. But yeah, like they
Mhm.
want to. They're in high school. They just want to make it to the top
Right, of
or
course.
whatever.
Typical.
Yeah, I'm like, I love them all. They're all my sons. One of them is my husband,
Of
obviously,
course.
Miyuki Kazuya. Okay, look, he's handsome. I have like a dozen keychains of him. He's hot. Okay.
Okay, can we, like, no, let's not go there. Things.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, that was a good one.
But you know what I know that we're both watching? Or, like, I know we've watched these for sure, and they've
Okay.
like, the Rilakuma one, we definitely watched. That one
Rilakuma
I'm
and
only talking about, like,
yeah.
pretty recent because that one for sure.
Does that count as anime?
I don't know.
It's
It's, like, stop motion, so I don't know if it's I mean, yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's move on. But, like, the one with the raccoon, a red oh god. It's about the angry girl that sings. Come on, you literally like talked to me about this the other day.
raccoon?
Was she a raccoon or she's a cat? I'm pretty sure she's a raccoon or a fox or something. But she sings heavy metal.
Ace.
Come on.
Oh,
Yeah.
Agretzko.
Okay,
Yes. Okay,
that
she's a
one we were
fox.
watching, right.
How is she a raccoon?
I
Come
don't
on.
remember. That was like I don't remember. And then I
Anyway,
just
yeah.
went on Netflix and I saw this, but Compulsive Gambling season 2 is out, so I'm
Yes.
definitely gonna be watching that.
I I promised Nick, my boyfriend, that I'd watch with him, so I'm waiting.
Hmm.
I want to watch it. I just want to binge
True.
watch it.
It better be as good as the first season because that was so good.
I don't know. The first seasons are usually better,
I
but
know.
I mean, sometimes second season is better. You
True.
never know. Um, Good stuff might happen.
I know.
You never know. Yeah.
True. But it's I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
like, do you remember how anime was perceived in the past?
Oh yeah, you get
Oh,
made
God.
fun of. You just get bullied.
Yeah. Well, I didn't feel that
Oh, you
in
get
that I
bullied?
didn't get that in that sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was basically ostracized. Is that the correct word?
marginalized, as someone would
I'm
say.
marginalized. I don't know for liking anime. Okay, that's a little too dramatic. But yeah, I got made fun of for liking anime. I mean, I did make a couple great friends
Mhm.
along the way, but I only had like those friends. Basically my entire class hated me because I was like different or whatever. I mean, also I didn't have that great of a personality, but I mean, they didn't have to like bully me like that.
Mm.
So but yeah, it's funny because the people that bully me for liking anime in the first place are now like, oh my gosh, like I love anime. Oh my god, Naruto. Oh my gosh, like I
Uh-oh.
love anime. Like, you know,
Yeah, it's because back like, everyone now is like, "Oh my god, anime is so good," because it's becoming mainstream, like,
it's becoming
it's
yeah,
so annoying that, like, that's happening, like, before in the past, like, you would get bullied, made fun of because you liked anime, but it's just like, what the hell? People can like what they like, but I guess
yeah.
that's life, as what people would say, which is totally
I mean,
understandable.
it's so dumb though. Like because I mean, I know the people that made fun of me in middle school.
You'll
Um,
never forget those people.
Yeah, I know. But like I see them on Facebook because I randomly go on Facebook from time to time just like when I'm like super bored.
Mhm.
And they're like posting about like liking anime and liking gaming because gaming is also becoming
Yeah,
mainstream.
of course.
And it's just like, excuse me? Like
I
I,
it's
I
yeah, yeah. I kinda feel like
I mean like
it's, jumping onto, like, this bandwagon thing. It's like it's getting
oh
big,
yeah.
so, like, "Oh my god, guess what? I play Neopets too. Oh my god, I'm such a gamer."
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's kind of insane.
It makes me salty, but at the same time it's like uh, like if you now know that, anime is good, like um so be it, I guess. It's just me being salty, honestly.
Mhm. Well, we have the right
But
to.
yeah, we have the right to. I
Yeah.
mean, went through a lot. Yeah.
That's another story.
That's another story.
There's so
Yes,
many
it's
other
for another
stories.
time.
Yeah, but I just feel like the world of anime is just so big. Like, people are so creative. Like, these
Yeah, for
Japanese,
real.
like, writers or animators, it's just insane.
It is
The
insane.
the things they can come up with. Like, I know we can talk about, like, animated movies, that's, like, a whole 'nother thing, but, like, Studio Ghibli films, like, I'm gonna talk
Oh,
about, like, the mainstream things that probably Western people even know, like, Studio
okay.
Ghibli, probably Spirited Away, everyone knows, like, those are, like, gold. Like, people know those, and, like, if you think that is gold, like, anime can be on that level, you know?
It can be,
And
yeah.
some have been on that level.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, the one about Your Name.
Kimi no Na wa,
Yep,
yeah.
that one's popular, that one got, like, insanely popular.
It got really popular,
Yeah, but
yeah.
that's, like, a whole 'nother story, but, like, how big these animated, I guess, features can be, and that's
Mm-hmm.
basically what anime is, but it's just Western shows, but in animation form.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Do you have anything else to say?
Anything else?
Yes.
Um, as like a closing thing, we can talk about
Mhm.
animes we're looking forward to watching.
I would have none,
Oh,
except for compulsive
of
gambling.
course, because both of us haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, exactly.
I started watching Agretsuko season 2. It's kind of
Is it
boring.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's not as good as
No.
the first one. It's like fine. There's this one character I won't name, but he's very annoying. But what can you do?
Right.
Another anime I'm looking forward to watch. Do you remember? Um, oh my god, I forgot the name. Oh no. Oh, the Dungeon anime. Have you ever watched it? The one with Hestia in it. She has like a
Oh.
blue ribbon
Oh,
under her
yes,
boob.
yes. Yep. I know that. I remember that one.
Yeah. I am looking forward to that one because it's coming. Oh, Danmachi. That's what it's called. I'm not gonna say the whole
Mm,
thing because it's like a
true.
long ass title because it's
Yeah.
adapted from like a light novel. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. I feel like there's more I was looking forward to. It's just I haven't gone around to it. Uh,
Mhm.
there's oh, Bunny Girl Senpai. It's not actually called
No
that.
idea.
It's okay. What's the actual name? Rascal does not dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. That's the English name. Um,
Sounds kinda
it
strange.
is. It's a little. It's kind of weird. It's basically about um this one girl that people stop. People. How do I describe it? I'm trying to. Sorry, I'm like flubbing. People start to not see her at certain times. Like
Okay.
she's like an actress, like a child actress or something.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, people are just like unable to see her at certain times. It's
Right.
like this one thing called adolescence syndrome where like sometimes she disappears from the public eye. I mean, it's one of those animes where you have to watch it to like really get
Mhm.
what's going on
Mhm.
instead of me describing it
Of course, yep.
because I'm doing a terrible job at
Mhm.
it. But yeah, I'm not very good at describing things,
Whatever, it's okay.
as you can tell. Um, yeah, but the main girl, um, she's very cute. One of the scenes, she's wearing a bunny girl outfit, like with like the um, with like the ears and like it's like
Of
pretty lewd,
course.
like with like heels and like yeah, but like no one
Mm,
can see her except the dude. So then the dude's like, "What the fuck? Like,
right.
what is she doing?" And then she's like waving in other people's faces, like they can't
Huh,
see her. So yeah,
interesting.
looking forward to watching that.
Yeah.
Yep, that's all I
Yeah.
have.
Well, anyway, that was our episode.
Yep,
I guess if you guys want us to talk about
hope you
something
enjoyed.
else, like, let us know. We have, like, tons of topics coming up. There's just
Yeah,
so much to talk about.
there's a lot
Yeah, we have,
actually
like
though.
yeah. So let us know. Hope you liked the episode.
If you have any anime recommendation, um, let us
You
know
can
too.
let her know because I don't watch much animes, but I try to.
I mean, you never know. Like,
True.
yeah, I mean, there's also, I mean, I probably already watched the anime you're gonna recommend me, so
Of course you have.
it's fine though. It's fine. If it's like a newer anime, like within like the like 3 to 4 years, like I probably haven't watched it because I haven't been keeping up. But you know, you're always welcome
True.
to give me recommendations. Yeah.
Anyway, see you next time.
Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.
Bye.